Well, how's it going today, everyone? It looks like some weirdo queerdos is trying to cancel the upcoming DCU Superman movie for Zionism because the actor that plays Jimmy Olsen is apparently a Zionist. Me personally, I don't give a damn about other countries getting wiped out. Oh well, sucks for you, bro. I'm glad I don't have to deal with it. I'm an American. I don't care about problems that don't affect me. Other countries don't affect me, and I have no effect on other countries. If you actually care about that shit, you don't have a life. You need to get a job or something, because I don't care about what happens to other countries. It's tragedy all the time, all across the world. Who gives a shit? And the tweet in question is a reply to a tweet that shows James Gunn introducing the actor officially. We already knew the casting, but James Gunn is just talking about the history of the character, when he was introduced and created, whatever, you get the idea. And then he got this reply right here. And it says, "Hi James, is being a Zionist who supports Israel's genocide against the Palestinian people funded by US tax dollars one of Scholars Gizmodo's qualifications for Jimmy Olsen?" I don't recall this from the comic. Thanks. Who cares? Like, who gives a shit? Like, I don't care who he supports. I'm just glad he actually looks like the character. Jesus, they kept race swapping the character in both animation and that shitty live action Supergirl TV show. Now we finally get a faithful adaptation of the character. Who cares what he supports? I don't follow celebrities, so I don't know what they do. I just think it's annoying when they want to preach down to people and talk down to people and say you should do this and you should do that. Then I'm just like, oh, okay, you're just full of shit. You're just a pet, because celebrities aren't real people at the end of the day. They're just actors. They're paid to say what others want them to say, and that includes like politicians and stuff like that. So I just don't take actors seriously when they talk about politics. Who gives a shit? People who are a fan of DC Comics aren't gonna give a shit. They're gonna watch the movie. Me personally, I'll probably not. Maybe I'm on the fence, not because of anything to do with this. I don't care about this shit. Like I said, I don't care about other countries getting wiped out. Sucks for you, bro. Your country is trash. America shouldn't be giving anybody money. We should be caring about our own kind. Is anybody giving us money? So we shouldn't give anybody else shit. Fuck them. If you're a fan of Superman, you're gonna watch this movie or think about watching this movie, and you probably don't even know about this shit to begin with. Me, I'm on the fence because I made so many videos shitting on this movie, and they're doing so many stupid shit. This nonsense has no sway on me on whether I like something or not. You need to get a life. Not everyone cares about this pointless, stupid ass conflict that's happening thousands of miles away. Why do you even care? Do you have a job? I said that before. Like, if you really have responsibilities, you should not be worrying about what other people do in other countries. You should be taking care of your own. And when I say your own, I'm talking about your own life, your own family, whatever. But someone in the replies actually agreed with him. And here is that tweet. And it says, all this, James had been absolutely silent about Palestine and Gizmodo's Zionism. It's disgusting. Maybe he's silent on it because it doesn't matter to him. Maybe because he's building up the DC universe, which I don't even like. I'm a DC fan, but I don't like James Gunn or any of his announcements that he made. I think it looks like garbage. The DC universe is trash. I stick to the books. The books are always better than the movies, okay? Not talking about recent books. I'm talking about books from decades ago when comics were actually good. But why would he give a fuck? That would be just so random and unrelated, and would just split the audience. Nobody wants to hear about this shit when they're trying to have fun watching a superhero movie or TV show or whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody wants this shit in the entertainment. Nobody wants to hear about this shit. Nobody wants these actors, directors, executives telling them what side to support on anything. Not just this conflict in the Middle East, anything. Because that's not what people are here for. People need to realize that entertainment is not an education. It's simply made for fun. Why do I even have to explain that shit in the first place? Think about that shit. Why can't these people realize that people do not want to be taught what to believe when they're trying to relax and enjoy something? That includes anything: comics, movies, TVs, video games, whatever. I do not want to be taught and talked down to. I want to chill and have fun and have a good time. But these fucking idiots do not understand that, and they want everyone who's in entertainment to talk about their political issue when the fans do not give a fuck about what executives think. And the only people who ask for this are people who are not even fans. I guarantee you this guy is not a big fan of DC. He's probably seen the typical movies that everyone else has seen, but he's not like an enthusiast about it. He's not like really passionate about it, because everyone's seen the Batman movies, like, come on. But someone who's like an actual hardcore fan wants to see success and give genuine critiques about what they have shown in the movies that are coming out. Passionate fans are not worrying about fucking whether or not James Gunn talks about this political card. But anyway, I said that the guy who posted the original Zionism tweet replied to this one. And here it is. And he says, yes, support for an apartheid regime on trial for genocide against an oppressed group for over 75 years, which the Lancet reported a month ago that the death toll is at least 186,000 people, half of whom being women and children, is morally reprehensible. Yeah, who gives a shit? Oh well, sucks for them. You can give your pretend sympathy. I care deeply. You'll forget about it in like 5 minutes. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, what does it have to do with Superman? You know, Superman, the greatest superhero of all time, the most iconic character of all of fiction. You think I give a fuck about some women and kids overseas? No, we're talking about Superman, the character of all time. I don't give a fuck about what happens overseas in the Middle East. Fuck the Middle East. They always bombing each other anyway. Who gives a shit? You can say it shouldn't happen. You can have your sympathy. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. Blah, 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 blah. Who gives? Who cares? You forget about it. Again, you only care about this tragedy because it's trending. There are tragedy all across the world every day. There are fucking camps around set up for people all across the world. There's still slavery. There's still a country where it's legal to take women's rights away. There's shit like that all across. Even in the Middle East, there's stuff like that. That's why this is so funny to me. It's so stupid to me. It shows how people are just pets. People don't think for themselves. They're just part of the hive mind. It's just part of the fucking brainless system. Because you care about this because it's popular to care about it. If other tragedies were trending, then you'll pretend to care about that. Then you'll say things like, oh, why does this actor care? Why doesn't this director care? Why doesn't James Gunn say anything about it? Because it's trendy to pretend to care about it. Nobody really cares deeply about people unless they're close to them. A friend or a family member or a partner, that's who you genuinely care about. Other people, when tragedy happens to them, you'll forget about it. When someone dies over here, people forget about it in like a day. When there's like a bunch of people forget about it in like a week, maybe even 3 days. People generally do not care about others unless they're close to them. They'll forget about it. If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't matter. That's a lot of people's mindset. Maybe people don't want to straight up say it. I don't care. I'm not a fake person, so I'm gonna just straight up tell you, I don't give a fuck about Gaza. Why? Because I have my own life. I'm not worrying about nobody else's life. I got my own things to do. I got my own plans for my life, so I'm not worrying about shit that happened in thousands of miles away that don't affect me in countries I've never even heard of before this conflict even started. And for all the activists getting mad at this and getting mad at this actor, you'll come to realize that a lot of people who are a fan of a lot of this nerd shit, a lot of these nerdy franchises, do not care about this war. They just want to continue enjoying the franchise that they have been enjoying and supporting for decades. And they will probably tell you that they don't care as well. And I don't want to keep repeating myself. Stop bothering these actors about this shit. I hate when actors talk about politics. Everyone does. And that's all I gotta say. These fucking loser activists, these Palestinian homosexuals, go fuck yourself.